Well, when it comes to fishing, maybe you're like me and you have zero experience. Okay, not only do I have zero experience, but I have zero desire to go fishing, to go on a fishing trip, to smell the fish, to be on a boat that makes me motion sick. No. If you love fishing though, good on you. I will happily eat whatever you catch. My name is Jordanna Sadri. I'm new to the North Coast team. I am one of the pastors on our life group team, and I get to be the sole gospel venue pastor here on the Vista campus. It's great to be with you daily dosers this morning. Well, growing up, my family was not very outdoorsy. We didn't camp or hike or fish, and so my only real childhood memories of fishing take me back to elementary school when we would play that carnival game where you got a little fishing pole, maybe you have a magnet on the end of it or a clothespin, and you would throw it over the curtain, and by magic, somebody on the other side of the curtain would hook a little candy or a sticker or a hair tie, and then you would reel it in and you would have a surprise. Well, when Jesus approached Simon, Andrew, John, and James in Mark chapter 1, these men were not playing carnival games. They were fishermen and they were casting nets full of fish. It was their livelihood. That's what they did day in and day out to feed their families and to earn a living. I'm going to guess it was smelly. I'm going to guess it was messy. And they did not get a Hershey bar at the end of their hook. Let's look what happened when they met Jesus in Mark chapter 1, starting at verse 16. This is Jesus calling the first disciples. Well, passing along the Sea of Galilee, he saw Simon and Andrew, the brother of Simon, casting a net into the sea, for they were fishermen. And Jesus said to them, "Follow me, and I will make you become fishers of men." And immediately they left their nets and they followed him. And going on a little farther, he saw James, the son of Zebedee, and John, his brother. They were also in their boats mending their nets. And he immediately called them, and they left their father Zebedee in the boat with their hired servants and followed Jesus. Now, my guess is you're watching this and you're probably not a professional fisherwoman or a professional fisherman. But if you encounter Jesus and you follow him, he has called you, just like he called the first disciples, to be a fisher of people. I asked my children in the car, what do you think this passage means? I love to just see what my kids' insight is. I've got an 8-year-old son and a 10-year-old daughter, and I asked them, what does it mean to be a fisher of people? Well, my son said, Mom, I think it means that Jesus wants us to hook other people to follow him with us. I love it when my children teach me things about the Bible and have just such an awesome, youthful insight. Well, what does that mean for us? In this passage, I see these disciples doing two things. The first thing they do is they drop their nets and they leave what they've known. They drop their nets. And the second thing is they follow Jesus. Today, we've got a two-part challenge in this daily dose. The first part of the challenge is, what can you drop? Is there something that you're holding on to and Jesus is calling you into an adventure? Jesus is calling you to do something, but you're still holding on to a net? What do you need to drop? And then the second thing is, who do you tell? Who do you tell about Jesus? Who do you, like my son said, who do you hook to follow Jesus with you? As you go about your day, there are surely people that you run into, you see. Maybe it's your neighbor in your apartment complex who's sitting on her balcony. Maybe it's that coworker or a student that you sit next to in class. Who is it that you want to tell about Jesus? Romans 10:14 says, "But how can they call on him to save them unless they believe in him? And how can they believe in him if they have not heard about him? And how can they hear about him unless someone tells them?" So today, there might be something that you need to drop, and there is probably, for sure, someone that you could tell about Jesus. Hold on to those two challenges as you go about your day. Keep your heart soft and your eyes open, and we'll see you on the next Daily Dose.